going on, guys? This is Gil from Black Hole Comics, and today we're going to be going over my top personal 10 action figures of 2022. This isn't, definitive, just my personal preference. And just to go off my personal preference, none of these action figures here in front of you are in my top 10. Some of them are close, some of them are runners up, some of them were part of the top 10 earlier on. There's a couple different things that just edged them out. Alright guys, for number 10 is the Venom from the 3-pack. And I do gotta say, this is a gorgeous figure. Just great articulation. It's just the Venom that I always wanted. I'm not really into the movie Venom. That whole entire articulation thing is just, I'm good. And then the wings from the Donny Cates run, I'm good off that too. This is my definitive Venom. This is the one that I want on my display. The other thing for this top 10, I wanted the figures to be out over a month. So this came out like late October, early November or so. So I've had it for over a month, and I don't know, part of the way that I judge this is if I keep on picking up the figure. My number 9 action figure is the Mythic Legion's Relic, and there's a bunch of new parts on this, bunch of great articulation, alternate swaps, just a bunch of stuff. Introduction of some cloth goods. Would be better if there was wires. But yeah, I'm new to this line, and this thing is phenomenal. Just everything that it comes with, sword, the Falcon. Look at that sculpt. Yeah, people say they kind of lack a little bit in articulation, but if you know how to mess with this, you can get them in great poses. And come on, they aren't doing anything like SpiderMan. It's not necessary at all. There's a huge fun factor here with Mythic Legions. Alright guys, and my number 8 action figure is the SH Figuarts Super Saiyan 4 Goku from Dragon Ball GT. And this guy, I never thought that we'd have an SH Figuarts form, and it is awesome to have him. It is a little bit more pink than what I would like. Wish it was a little bit more red. That's my only real gripe with it. I know that there is a reissue where the pants are a little bit different. I have the first release. It's a great stand-up figure. I've had it, I think, since February, March, something like that. It is solid. Stay on my top 10 the whole entire year. I think at one point it was top 10. Top 5. It's dropped a little bit over the months. But yeah, solid. I never thought that we were going to get this ever in my life. My number 7 action figure is one of my personal favorites from the anime of My Hero Academia. That would be Todoroki, Shoto Todoroki, the half fire, half ice student. And he's one of the greatest, I gotta say. I really do love what they did with this character. Revel Tech knocked this out. Amazing. The fire effects, ice effects. I wish we would have got a little bit more ice effects, maybe do like a half plate, like how he did in the first season, like where most of his face was covered. That would have been sick. But yeah, killer articulation, the best Shoto Todoroki action figure that there is, hands down. And for my number 6 action figure, one of my personal favorites for most of the year, I think this came out in like May or June, somewhere around there, is the Mezco Wolverine, the Tiger Stripe. This is their version 2. This is the one that comes with the Sentinel base, and man, I don't know, this is a killer figure. I love it. There's a bunch of Wolverine action figures. There's, everybody does them. Revel Tech has done it. Mayfex, Legends. Mezco has already attempted once. This is a little bit more steeper. I think the price point's like at 100, 110, but it comes with a die-cast base that lights up and sounds and a bunch of stuff. I don't know, to me, definitely worth it. Had a lot of fun with it. This is my definitive Wolverine for me. Again, I know that it's not for everybody. The Mayfex one is really dope. I don't own that one personally, and I'm not going to pay 150 to 200 for it. So this guy, definitely number 6. It was top 5 earlier in the year, but it's got bumped down. And my number 5 action figure is the Hasbro Marvel Legends Renew Your Vows SpiderMan. And yeah, I didn't think that they were going to be able to improve on the retro carded buck, but they did. You know, the whole entire pinless technology, toe hinges is a nice touch. Just, I like the colors. The deeper blue is nice rather than the lighter blue. I have noticed that the retro card one is a little loose, like when I shake it, not like this one. This one's pretty solid. So stick to this buck. Let's retire some of those other bucks. They said that they were going to do it, and they haven't done it yet. Just the extra head, the extra hands, just, I love it. Not a bad figure. Alright, my number 4 action figure is the Revoltech Deadpool 2.0. One thing that could have made this better rather than the, shitty guns, if they would have gave them real guns. These are like the Kotobukiya ones, the MSG ones, I think, if I'm not mistaken, something like that, if you just look in Amazon. Anyways, yeah, really great articulation, great looking figure, just like in a static pose, bunch of different face plates, bunch of different loadout options and accessories. Just it's awesome. You can make Deadpool look however you want. My Deadpool may look different than yours just because the loadout options, just you could swap them around and do a bunch of different things. You don't need to have all these pouches exactly where they're at. And what's nice is that these allow for the free range. They just peg in, and then you can move them around, and it doesn't get in the way of the articulation at all. My number 3 action figure is the Sentinel Sage from Ronin Warriors, and I never thought that I would get this figure just because the Bandai, SH Figure Arts, that company, Bandai, Blue, Finn, whatever you want to call them, they did them originally about 10 years ago, and all those figures were going for about $500 each. Yeah, no die-cast parts like those ones, but a lot cheaper. These are about $120 to $150 price point right there. Ronin Warriors was one of my first animes I've ever watched. One of the reasons why I like green, because of Sage and Tommy Oliver, the Green Ranger. That's why I like green so much. He's one of those guys that rivaled the leader, just like Tommy. More badass than the leader, just like Tommy. So yeah, I got a thing for green, Sage, Sentinel. So awesome. The armor comes off, so he's super articulated. You put the helmet on, take it off, take the armor off. It's kind of like Sentai in a way. My number 2 action figure of the year is Revoltech Arkham Knight. And man, this figure was so amazing, I instantly had to buy 2. Don't know if you guys are a fan of the Arkham games, but yeah, this is a new take kind of on Red Hood. He starts off as the Arkham Knight. Nobody knows who he is, and then he goes through changes and eventually ends up like this towards the end of the game, and it's Red Hood. So there's the blue option with this helmet. There is a different chest plate that is red, exactly like this, that's red. I would have to own 3 of them to show all the different display options. It does not come with these guns, just because DC has a thing where they don't want guns sold with their action figures. Comes with some katanas, some sword, little daggers, and some other things. But yeah, I like this figure so much. I even, bought a different Red Hood helmet, bought the guns. That's how good it was. I was just like, yo, I gotta hook this thing up. And my top action figure of 2022 is the SH Figure Arts Naruto. Oh my gosh, this thing is amazing. Such a vast improvement. 5 face plates, 10 hands, it's 5 and 5. The kunai, your Sengon, and not only that, $35. This is what, SH Figure Arts, prime example of them killing it and being affordable. The fact that they make characters like Naruto, Goku, $35, even Vegeta, $35. They're basic figures, but to me, they're killing Hasbro. So much better than what Hasbro's doing and offering us for around the same price. So, I don't know. Again, that's my opinion. It's not a fact. Maybe you feel differently, but hands down, best figure of the year for me. Close second was actually Sasuke too. I didn't know, man. I almost wanted to give them both number one, but for me, it's Naruto, hands down. Alright, guys, there you have it. There goes my top 10 action figures of 2022. Let me know what your top 10 is. Hopefully, you guys like it. If you don't, that's okay. Let me know what you don't like, what your gripes are with the figures. Until next time, make sure to stay geeked up and geek out.